This almost shouldn't be allowed. For most of us, French toast is a dreamy breakfast as is. I'm here to take it to the next level and replace the maple syrup with a caramel sauce that the French toast cooks in. We're essentially making a creme brulee French toast right in your oven. In my bowl, I'm gonna combine together all of my custard ingredients. So I have 1 3/4 cups of whole milk and 1 cup of heavy cream. To my milk and cream, I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, 2 full tablespoons of vanilla extract or vanilla bean paste, and 2 full tablespoons of Grand Marnier. All right, so I'm gonna whisk these together. And the last 2 ingredients are 4 whole eggs and 4 egg yolks. This addition of extra egg yolks makes the custard super rich. And we're just gonna whisk it until it's homogeneous. And I just forgot 1 ingredient. So you wanna add 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt as well to just help round out all of that sweet flavor. All right, now that the custard is done, we're gonna add the bread slices. So the recipe calls for 8 1-inch slices of challah bread. If you can't find challah like I couldn't, then any white loaf of bread will work, except for sourdough. I have a standard white French loaf of bread here that I'm gonna cut into 1-inch slices. And you'll also notice that I'm gonna cut the slices at an angle. If you cut the loaf directly perpendicular to its length, you get a smaller surface area, but if you cut it like this at an angle, then you get a much larger, longer surface area, which is gonna be better for your French toast. I have my bread sliced here. I have my custard right here. And now what I'm gonna do is combine these 2 in a baking dish, and I'm gonna pop it in my fridge for 8 hours. You wanna flip the bread slices over after they've had an hour to soak. When you think of a creme brulee, the first thing that comes to mind is the caramelized sugar that sits on top of the custard. And we're not gonna be using a blowtorch or even the broiler like you would to make a classic creme brulee. But instead, we're gonna be making our own little stovetop caramel that we're then gonna spread on top of the baking sheet that the French toast is going to cook on. So in a saucepan, I'm gonna combine 3 ingredients, 1 stick or 1/2 cup of unsalted butter. I've got 1 cup of brown sugar. You can use light or dark brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of light corn syrup, and this prevents the caramel from crystallizing. We're cooking this butter and brown sugar mixture just until the sugar dissolves and it comes to a boil. So that'll happen pretty quick. Just keep an eye on it. You don't really want to step away while you're doing this. My caramel came to a boil, it's all done. I'm going to spread it evenly on this aluminum foil lined baking sheet that we're gonna cook the French toast on. I have the bread slices right here, and you'll notice that they've soaked up almost all of the custard. We're going to delicately lift each slice and place it on our baking sheet. And I'm gonna throw this baking sheet in a 375-degree oven until the tops of the French toast look dry to the touch, which will take about 25 to 30 minutes. My French toast is out of the oven, and the first thing that I notice is the caramel bubbling up around the edges of the French toast. And you'll also notice that the bread pieces have expanded considerably. I'm now gonna remove each slice onto a plate and give it a try. The first thing you'll notice is how the caramel that was all bubbly in the baking sheets is now a little firm. It's hardened, just like the surface of a creme brulee is. All right, here we go. This almost shouldn't be allowed. The bread has soaked up all of the custard and the buttery caramel, and so it falls apart in your mouth. You can taste absolutely everything. I'm getting the slight hint of orange liqueur, I'm getting a ton of vanilla, and I'm getting these chewy pockets of caramel that make it the most incredible breakfast treat you could ever imagine. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe below so you don't miss other ones like it in the future. And if you give this recipe a shot, we would absolutely love to hear how it goes for you. So let us know in the comments below. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.